Hey guys, welcome back out here to the Hetrick Outdoor YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about something that's happened that really kind of bothers me a lot. It's kind of goes against my morals and stuff like that. Now this happened back in October of 2024, and I've been debating doing this video for a while. And I've been sitting here in my hotel room in Pennsylvania, traveling for work. And I finally just decided I was going to do it. Because I was looking at the pictures of the messages that were sent, which I'm going to put all in this video, as well as read them to you and kind of explain what's going on. But back when I first started this channel, back in 2019, I didn't have a whole lot of money. Of course, the channel was just getting started, and I was doing the best I could, and I just bought this truck, and I was trying to make it into what I wanted it to be. But I didn't have the money necessarily to buy the best of the best. So I was looking for tires, which is going to bring up this video. Right here, the Travelstar tire video, where I put tires on it. And about a year later, through COVID and the trans failing and all of that, I ended up having a big problem with the tires. They were crap. They were junk. They wouldn't hold up. They were falling apart. So I reached out to Travelstar and tried to have them replace them, which is where this video comes in. And it just never worked out. They wouldn't replace them. They said, the place they sent me to the place, said that it was my fault and all this other crap, which I'm going to take some responsibility for the fact that they didn't get rotated quite as much as I should have. I was rotating them myself. I had no proof to show them that because it was during the pandemic. Places weren't really trying to get you in, and I was working all the time because I was essential. So, okay, that's fine. Also, I never checked the tire pressure in the tires, which caused them to wear, I guess, a little uneven, as they said. I don't know. It was what the truck said their pressure should be. That's what the place put in them. That's fine. So we're going to leave it at that. They didn't warranty them. I ate the price. Let's fast forward 4 years later. So I'm sitting at work one day. That's before I got this job back. And I get a message from Travelstar Tire. So they finally see this review video because of you guys. You guys have made it big enough. It's like the second biggest Travelstar review video at the time of they sent this message on Google. Like you Google Travelstar review videos, it's the second one. So they sent me a message that says, I recently came across your review of our tires from 4 years ago and wanted to reach out personally. I'm sorry to hear about your experience at Unbeatable Tire Shop in Memphis, Tennessee. While they are an independent retailer, we understand that situations like this can be frustrating. We generally recommend customers start with the shop for any warranty claim, but if they are unable to provide the necessary assistance, we're always here to help directly and ensure the issue is resolved. And then they go on to say, our marketing team caught your review and brought it to our attention, and we'd really appreciate the opportunity to address any concerns you may still have. If you're open to it, we'll kindly ask if you'd consider updating or removing your review, as we'd love to work with you directly to turn your experience into a positive one. Thank you for your time, and please don't hesitate to reach out if there's anything we can do to assist. Sincerely, Travelstar Tires. Now, first off, when I started this warranty claim, reached out directly to Travelstar Tires. They sent me to the shop in Memphis. I didn't buy it from them. I ordered them online through Walmart, and Walmart put them on. Another thing, don't let Walmart do work for you. Just don't. It's a pain in the butt, okay? And so I messaged them back, and this, like I said, this is all going to be on here. I'm going to, you'll be able to pause and read everything that was sent. So I'm not baloney in any of this. I said, how would you like to collaborate to ensure a positive experience? They said, could you share what specifically would make you happy or what we can do to meet your expectations? We'd love to work together to achieve that after hearing your thoughts. I was like, okay, well, you reached out to me, so I assume, I was thinking, okay, you should have a plan. At this point, I'm thinking maybe I can get a set of tires and do another review, and it'd be good for you and good for me, and it's great. It's content for the channel, and you get this bad review turned into a good review. I would have deleted the whole video. Well, probably wouldn't have deleted it, but could have went in and thrown in, an edit or just given a whole new review of it. But let's continue and you'll see where I'm getting with this. I said, it's been 4 years since the original video. If you would like me to update the review with a new video, I would need to test a new set of tires. Because I still have the same truck. It's the same truck. They didn't reply for a while, so I hit them with another message. I said, you contacted me regarding a resolution to the situation, so I assumed you may have some ideas or suggestions in mind. I'm open to discussing them further. They said, we understand your frustration with the retailer handling of your warranty claim, and we're generally sorry it wasn't resolved as you expected. However, since the issue was with the retailer and not with our product or warranty policies, it seems unfair that the review negatively reflects on our company. Our goal in reaching out was to help resolve the situation. While providing new tires isn't something we can offer, we're willing to reimburse you up to $200 for the 2 tires you purchased previously as a gesture of goodwill. In return, we kindly ask that you take down the review before the reimbursement is processed. To formalize this resolution, we will need to sign an agreement that outlines the terms and ensures clarity for both sides. We hope that this can help address your concerns and would be happy to discuss further if needed. Now, one, I purchased 4 tires. I've got a video showing that I purchased 4 tires. It's a 4-tire problem. They're saying the 2 tires I purchased. It means they didn't watch my video very well. Number 2 on this is they think that the information that I put out to you guys is only worth $200. The tires were $800. So they're giving me $100 a piece for 2 tires. I bought 4. I paid over $800 with installation and all of that. So that sucks. But they're trying to bribe me to take this video down, and that's their solution. They want to get the bad name of these tires off of the street and away from you guys, the consumer. The other problem is that, and I say it in this next message, that they are saying that it was the retailer. Well, the retailer, I ordered them offline, so it wasn't a retailer. And then they're like, well, it wasn't a problem with our product or the warranty. Well, had your product been better, I wouldn't have needed to warranty them. So the bad product led to the need for it to be warrantied. So here's my response to that. I said, sorry, excuse me, getting over a little bit of a cold. I said, I purchased 4 tires and I encountered an issue with the product's durability as they did not last as expected. While the retailer I was referred to by your company did not honor the warranty, I believe I should not have been required to seek warranty assistance in the first place, given their product's premature failure. After 4 years, I have absorbed the cost of these tires, and the review video I created still reflects my experience and how I was treated. Had you reached out in a timely manner or taken more action when I initially contacted you, the outcome might have been different. I am, however, open to trying another set of tires and doing a review should that be of interest to you. So I'm giving them an option to make it right. I don't want anything for free, but you reached out to me and you offer me a measly $200, and I've already eaten the cost of this tires. It's been 4 years. I'm on my second set of tires since that set of tires. And I don't need $200. I would rather have you guys have the information in that video stay up forever than you bribe me into trying to take down this video over a measly little $200. It's a disgrace to you guys. I'm not going to be bought. I try to be honest with y'all. And, they didn't like it. They didn't like the review video. They didn't even really watch it to say I only bought 2 tires. And then they tried to blame the retailer, which again, I ordered them offline. Walmart installed them. And not the product, but had the product lasted like it was supposed to, this wouldn't have been a problem. Simple as that. And I say that because the second set, the tires I had put on after those, because they were just awful. I couldn't deal with them, was a set of Coopers. So I had those, I bought those tires, bought the Travelstars in 2019. Had them taken off in 20, so I didn't even get a year out of them. And that was limited driving due to the transmission going out in the truck and COVID going on. So, you weren't really going anywhere. I was going to work and going home. After that, I had a set of Coopers put on. The Coopers were great. I'm not dissing Cooper tire at all. They lasted from 20 to 22 when I installed the set of tires that are on the truck now. You're saying, well, you only got 2 years out of a set of tires. I do a lot of running around. I do a lot of driving. I put some miles on them tires. When I had them installed, it had the same suspension setup that the Travelstars did. But they lasted. It wasn't until I updated my suspension and stuff, and I did a self-alignment that I ruined the Cooper tires. I ruined the Cooper tires, and I will fully 100% say that. And then I ran off in a ditch and smoked one of them down to the cords. I still got them. They're on my old tires. I mean, they're on my old wheels and tires. Like, they were Coopers, except for the fronts, because they got swapped out after I did with some used ones, because I was going to buy new wheels and tires anyway. That's why I was doing the suspension upgrade. There's a whole list of things. So I swapped over to Nittos in 22. So that was 3 years ago. I've been running the same set of Nittos, rotating them the same way I was rotating the Travelstars all by myself. Now, they're on a different wheel and tire and different suspension. I mean, they're a different tire, obviously, but it's a different wheel, and, I upgraded the suspension. But the Coopers were fine on the same suspension the Travelstars were on, so it wasn't a suspension issue, though they tried to claim it was for the front tires, and they tried to say that the back tires were overinflated. Anything but to take blame to replace the tires. That's fine. I love my Nittos. When these Nittos get wore completely out, and they're getting a little wore now, part of that's my problem because I did some suspension work and my alignment's still a little off. I've got to go get that fixed when I get home. I travel on the road 20 days at a time. It's not getting driven much anymore, but it's hauled a camper all over the state of Mississippi, hauled boats all over the state of Mississippi, been to Arkansas multiple times, Tennessee multiple times, Alabama. I mean, everywhere. I mean, I've driven this thing to Louisiana a couple of times with these on there. They have a lot of miles on them. They are pushing 50,000 miles on this set of tires in 3 years. Because I drive a lot when I'm home. It's just what I do. I go camping, I go fishing, we go hunting, we go on vacation in this truck. So they get a lot of miles on them. And hauling miles, tractors, boats, just whatever. The Travelstars I barely drove on. And they fell apart. I still have one of the Travelstar tires. It's my spare because it's what I had. At the time, when I had the Coopers put on, I had one of those put on as my spare because my spare was bad. It was just dry rotted crap. It's the factory spare on an 01 Dodge, I say all that to say that the Nitto tires are starting to reach the end of their life. After it's only been 3 years, but it's been a rough 3 years on those tires and a lot of miles. Like I said, they're pushing 50,000 miles in 3 years. Your average tire is a 50 to 75,000 mile tire. So I'm right there at the end of their life. They've got probably a year, heck, as little as I drive it now, 2 years left in them, but I want to get they're more of a, they call them an all-terrain, but they're more of almost a street tire. They are an all-terrain tire, but I want something more aggressive for our hunting and fishing and camping. So after I sent that message, they said, thank you for sharing your perspective with us. We understand your frustration with the situation, and we regret that you had the issue with the durability of the tires and that the retailer didn't honor the warranty at the time. While we appreciate your offer to try another set of tires and create a new review, as mentioned previously, sending out more tires isn't an option for us. Our goal in reaching out was to resolve the situation related to the review, but we are not seeking a new review in return. We understand that this is a late outreach, but we only recently became aware of your video. We'd still like to offer a reimbursement of up to $200 for the tires you purchased, provided the review is taken down and we can both sign an agreement to close the matter. Sorry. If this offer doesn't work for you right now, we completely understand and respect your decision. However, if you ever decide to take us up on it, you're welcome to reach out to us in the future. So I never reached out to them. They reached out to me. They threw down this $200 like I could be bought for $200. That's how I see it. That's how I feel about it. They want this review taken down because it views them negatively. And thanks to you guys making the channel bigger and this review video being bigger, somebody finally, I guess, Googled the review and it was the second one that popped up. So it got watched enough to be second. They want this information of my bad experience taken down because they don't want anything bad said about their company. For me being honest about it, as honest as I can be about this experience and what happened. And it really upsets me. It really makes me mad. Obviously, I've been dwelling on this since October, that they think that the information to you is worth $200 and that my silence can be bought for $200. In reality, they just gave me another video. You know, like I said, I ate the cost of those tires 5 years. I mean, you know, after I bought them. It's been 5 years since I bought them. 4 years since the video not to buy them went up because they didn't even last a year. It's just, you know. And like I said, it would be different if I didn't have something else to compare it to, but I threw a set of Coopers on it right after I took the Travelsstars off. And they lasted 2 years before I messed them up. And then the Nittos have been on there for 3 years, and they're fantastic. I love Nitto tires, and that's what's going back on the truck. It will forever run Nitto tires. You know, I was offering to review another set of tires. It would be on a different set of wheels with the same truck. Or heck, I would have put the old wheels back on the truck if that's how they wanted it done, just to give it a fair shake. I would have done everything by the book. We would have seen. But that's not what they wanted. They wanted to pay me $200 to take down a video. They gave you, the consumer, the information. And I'm a product reviewer of sorts, as well as camping, hunting, fishing. We all know that. But I review a lot of products. And, you know, I was really hoping cheap tires could be good. And I'm not saying that there's not some out there that aren't. And I'm not saying that I didn't just get a bad batch. I'm saying that you can't buy me for $200. You'll never be able to buy me because my dignity, my honor, and giving you guys honest information is more important to me than any money. Like I said, I don't want anything for free. I mean, I would like to eventually be able to do like brand deals and stuff like that. Like, I think that would be cool, but I'm not going to try to sell you guys on a product that I don't think works. I'm not going to try to sell you on a product that I don't believe in. You know, one day I want to have a store, a Hetrick Outdoor store that's full of gear that y'all have seen me test that I believe in, so you know it's good and you can trust it. And them thinking I can be bought for $200 just sticks in my craw. You know, Coopers did great on the exact same setup till I messed them up. Same truck, totally different suspension setup, and wheels, but the Nittos are doing great. And it had had Toyos on it when I bought the truck, and the guy said they had, 60, 70,000 miles on it. So he was told, because he bought the truck, they were on there. So, and I had updated the suspension. Every time I switch tires, like if I'm getting ready to switch tires, I rebuild my front end. Just to make sure that, they don't wobble and wear and destroy your tires. Tires are expensive, so I was rebuilding the front end, but back when I was doing it cheaply, a rebuild was, $500. You may have $1,500, $2,000 in tires in the front end rebuild, but it would last. So when I took the tires that were on the truck originally, because they were getting bald, decided I was going to order these Travelsstars. I rebuilt my front end, put the Travelsstars on it, and then they blamed the front end and miss air pressure on the rear end. Then when I put the Coopers on it, since I just rebuilt the front end, I didn't rebuild it. I left that exactly the same, put the Coopers on it. They lasted 2 years until I decided I was going to rebuild the front end with high quality parts, expensive parts, messed up the alignment and messed up my front tires, and then got stuck in a ditch and burned off the left rear tire, the driver rear tire. Put the Nittos on there after redoing the entire front suspension with the most expensive stuff I could buy that I could afford to buy at the time. And trust me, it's about to get redone again with the most expensive stuff I can buy. I'm talking about we about to drop probably $3,000 in the front end of this truck. With a new steering box, probably kryptonite, tie rods, and all that. All the good stuff. It's already got rebuildable ball joints in it from Geno's, so I'm probably not going to fool with putting new ball joints in it, because those are rebuildable and they're really good. You just put some grease in them and they tighten right back up. The steering box and all that, we're doing all that. To say that because I'm going to need a new set of Nittos. But the Nittos have run great. So I've got like 2 years left in these Nittos. I've got 2 years to save up to put these front parts on. They worked great. Travelstar tires are crap. And they are trying to buy me for $200, take the information away from you, pay me to delete it, and then sign a contract saying I will delete it. To silence me, and my silence cannot be bought. Not for something like this. Not for anything. My silence can't be bought. The information's too important, and it just really shows who they are as a company, that they want to pay me off, take down this video that shows them in a bad light. And if everybody, I mean, and there's a lot of people out there that would have taken the money, and there's a lot of people out there that would, you know, that probably have been paid off to get rid of bad reviews or whatever. But you asked me what I wanted, and I said, well, I'll do another review. I don't want your money. I'll do another review. And let bygones be bygones, but that's not what you wanted. You wanted to pay me to be quiet, and that's just not going to happen. So I know I've kind of rambled here at the end of this, but what I want you to take away from this is one, Travelstar does not like bad reviews about them. So if you're only seeing good reviews, chances are they paid somebody to take them down. Take down the bad ones. Number two, they're cheap crap tires. Don't buy them. Number three, I'm always going to be honest with you guys. I hold myself with high integrity, and I hope you guys realize that, and that this information to you is worth more than their measly little $200, and I don't take bribes. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Share this with everybody. Go watch the old Travelstar review video. Let's bump it up. Let's see if we can get the first, like the top in Google. And y'all stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next one.